So okay, so now we here with the great tape.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Beginning of the pandemic, I got to jam. I just sat in that chair. Zero bought a beat, a song called Chiefin' that we did, and then my homeboy Risco did a song called the song with Boosie on the same album, Life of the Party. And it came out jamming. I'm like, okay, we got some slap. I started sending beats to people and stuff, and a lot of things were going on at the time last year with a lot of protests and a lot of activism, the awakening of not just young Black America, just America period. There's a lot of bullshit happening out here. So with everybody doing their thing, I sent beats to Bun, sent beats to Kiki, sent beats to all sorts of people. Slim put a package. I was putting packages of beats together for different people just to kind of bring them. I'll be like, this is how I hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? And a couple people responded. I got a shout out to my man Lil O, which we go crazy way back to before back. You know what I'm saying? Back in the Destiny's Child days and all that. Back when he was signed to MCA. But O got a beat from me. Looks like Zero got a beat, and then everything else is kind of. I figured out that we have talent in our own. My friend Natalie, business partner Natalie, who is the entertainment director for the Rockets. We had a record, 15, 16 years ago, that Going Crazy record that went top 15. She and I got together and just started vibing in the studio again, took her in with Risky, and an EP is created. It wasn't like we planned it, really. It was just, there was nothing happening. The NBA shut down, everything shut down. So all my jobs, clubs, everything shuts down. So what I'm gonna do, I have a studio in the house, let's use it. And that's what we did, and came up with a Natalie project that ended up coming out at the top of the year called Winter. Which we're about to do a deal. I'm not going to get into super specific details. Just shout out to OG Ron C, which is a record with Natalie and Carmen Sandiego that's coming out and is about to be a problem for everybody.
And it's a tight record. I heard it.
Appreciate it.
When it come out, you'll be able to hear it. Like you say, you don't want to say too much, so we'll leave it where it's at.
Yeah,
but
it's coming. And so that project that birthed this situation with Ron, I'm proud of it, man. I don't think we was jamming. I like the way it sounds. I think we did everything in-house, mix, master, everything was us. And so with that happening, and then the emergence of two of our artists, Jackson, who was Natalie's baby sister, who just happened to also, she was a captain of the Rockets Dancers. This past season was her last season. She just really dug in herself and just started showing us the side of her that we'd never seen. I didn't know she wanted to perform. I've known Jackie since Jackie used to be running around the studio when Natalie and I were back in the studio back in the day making those records. She was signed to Universal. Jackie was like 11, running around. Her and little brother running around, and so she's always been around the music. I just never knew she grow up 10, 15 years later, and she's like, comes to me on her own without her sister. Was like, I think I want to make music. I'm like, what? I didn't even know. And a couple years after that, now we just put a single out on her in July. About to put another record on her called This Time that Risky produced. I produced her first record. And we're taking our time with her. We're dropping singles right now, but we are building a project on her. But she's jamming. O'Shea, who is the homie, he makes clothes, he shoots videos, he's a dope MC, he's a dope producer. These are the two artists that we're working with as far as our company. And the company is called MainTen Entertainment. We kind of play on both of our names, took some letters from both of our names and kind of arranged them and made something that made sense to us. So MainTen is the movement. Jackson and O'Shea are our artists. Natalie is, of course, her project was released on the label, and my project released on the label also. But we're not the focus. We did it just kind of show.
Right.
And it's fun, like Natalie's project, and then starting to work on Jackie and O'Shea's projects really put me in this mood to put out this beat tape. I've helped Risky, my production partner and friend, one of my best friends. His name is Risco Funk. He has a beat right now that we put out in 2019 that has gone viral this year. I think we're at like 1.6 million streams.
Oh man.
It's called Spartans. Him and Mitty Monster did the beat together. I just helped Risky put the beat tape that it was on together, and he gave me a percentage of the record. Look at my distro kit. I'm like, oh shit, I got some money now. Like, it's crazy to see a song that, it's a minute-long beat, and just to see it shoot up and have this many streams, and looking at these charts, and I'm like, yo, people in Honduras or people in Germany or people in Nashville are jamming this damn beat. Looking on TikTok, I could type the beat in, and it's 400. Each thing has 400,000 views each.
Damn.
Damn. Like, no, it's crazy.
How do you make a beat go viral?
Now, we still don't know how this happened. I don't know how this happened.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there.
Somebody
like,
found
okay, I need to get that
and
type of
people
action
that
going.
have been using this beat, it's been like gym swole ass workout folks. So I don't know who the first person that did it. I could probably dig and find. Elliot could probably find. I don't know how, but one person did it, and then another person did it, and it's all over the damn place. It's crazy. So, in the beat tapes, the idea came from Cornbread, from Beans and Cornbread.
Yeah.
Cornbread, he was like, because they like to be in the studio with people. They hate sending beats out to people. Like, big OGs, they throwback, they old school with
I'm
it.
the same way, man. Like I feel like we're not gonna make, like, I can send you beats, and especially if we're in the same city. Like, if we're gonna really make the record, let's make the record.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
So he was like, man, instead of sending out beat CDs, we got tired of that. So we put together beat tapes, put it on the server. Because even if you send somebody CD, there's no guarantee they're gonna get back at you. 9 times out of 10, they probably won't. But if you listen to my beat tape at least one time, I can get that .000 cent, and I'd rather get that for the effort that I took.
Right.
So that was the point of the beat tapes, was really just to cover your ass on these. Like, yo, I'm sending the same beats to these 12 people. They listen, they don't hit back. At least I could send it and get some money back from my effort. That's all it was. And I guess kind of like jazz, just jazz fan. I love jazz. I listen to Ronnie Jordan and all these people that, you know what I'm saying, things with no words. And then there's like EDM stuff or where there's a little bit of words in it. And so it's kind of like me, I'm blending both those worlds now. I don't necessarily need the artist per se. Not that I'm trying to be the artist, but cool. How you think Steve Aoki and all these motherfuckers out here that are getting $100,000 a night?
Right.
You know
you got to put yourself out there. Man. Yeah.
So I'm putting these bass lines and these drum patterns and all this out there, and some of these loops and whatever we stacked on top, and we here now. And like I said, I feel like sonically I'm the best I've ever been. And I've been doing this a long time. I'm making beats since I was 13, 14 years old. I didn't know what I was doing then. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. The Chameleonaire records and the Big Moes and all that shit, I don't think I knew what I was doing then either, but those records got picked.
When y'all did like the Hell Yeah and all that, was that in the studio or that was something you said?
I just gave D-Rex some beats, and he hit me back and was like, "Here, we like these." I'm like, "Okay, bad." And then what I liked about Rec Shop though, and you can even go back to them Pat albums, they had a cohesive sound because Derek and Floyd and Noak, them boys knew what they wanted to sound like. So you can go from album to album and be like, it sounds like something. It sounds like Rec Shop.
Sounds like Rec Shop.
You feel me?
Right.
Sounds like Rec Shop. So I think that's something that's missing in the town. We were talking a little earlier off camera, and I asked you what was the last classic album out of the city.
Yeah, no,
hip hop album.
I said, I mean, off the top of my head, and I'm not considering because somebody gonna say Astroworld, you know? What I'm saying?
Right. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about major release. I'm not talking about no Beyonce, like
something that came from here,
from the town,
homegrown shit. Boss All Bosses,
Slim Thug, and that's
2008.
I was gonna say it's 13 years ago. It's 11. Yeah. So because that had a sound.
Yeah.
Charles was there, helping put that album together. I was there. Jim Johnson. We just had this thing. We knew.
Okay, so I know you were DJing with Slim. Tell me about
A&R
those
for
sessions.
Charles Chavez. I was Charles Chavez, the A&R at Latium Entertainment.
Right.
Slim was managed by Latium at the time.
No shit.
Yeah. That's how you know Hev.
Okay, so that's how you.
Because Hev was Charles' road manager. We sent and booking. Hev, yeah.
Okay, he did tell me that separately. Now I'm putting it all together in my head.
I used to go to Mike Dean's house in Cyprus. Them cockatoos and shit flying around everywhere, mix Slim records, to mix the all them damn Mr. Lee records that came out because Mike was mixing. I'd drive my ass up to Cyprus all the time.
No
be in the
shit.
studio with Mike and birds, and blunts, white women. I'm crazy.
No shit. Okay, so then that's how you become the DJ. And you go on the road and all that. No shit.
Yeah. Because Latium, the housing crisis happens. They close the office. It's just Charles and Debbie. Then they let all of us go. And I was working with Rayface at the time on the J-Dog project. So that's how the first 48. No, that's how I'm in the video and all that shit. I was around then.
No
behind tent too.
Shit. Yeah, behind. Yeah.
I'm your ghost A&R on that project also.
No shit. Who's that? Sci-Fi did that whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So all the arrangement, the sequence and stuff, that was me and Raymond.
Donnie Houston.